Good day. This is Reverend Derek Small, once again speaking from God of a Second Chance. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. God is a good God. He's an awesome God, amazing God. And we truly thank God for today. Today we have our special guest, my brother and friend, Reverend Minister Kevin Bantam. Amen. He's going to share his experience. And we just want to get started. I'm excited about today because God is opening new doors for me. And I'm just grateful to see what God is doing and excited. So let's just get our brother involved, and we're going to pay attention and listen to our brother. God bless Brother Kevin Bantam, minister.
Good day, everyone. I'd like to begin by saying that I am so happy to be able to share with someone and share with everyone, and I hope that what I have to offer will be able to help someone out of the valley. You know, I was in a position myself at one point where I was lost, things seemed hopeless, dark, and I saw no way out. So let me begin by telling you that I began using alcohol and drugs at a very young age of 11, all the way up into the age of 48 years old, without stopping. I never saw a need to stop, so I thought that everything was fine until it wasn't. And when I identified that I had a problem and that I couldn't go on anymore, I started looking for a way out. And as I said, I was lost and I couldn't find my way out. It was very bad. I was addicted to alcohol, marijuana, crack, cocaine, you know, pretty much I tried a lot of different drugs. But I fell in love with cocaine and it started sniffing, and then it went to smoking. And I was really like destitute. When I say destitute, I'm talking about I've always worked. I always had a place to live, and I went to jobless and homeless. You know, my addiction led me to institutions, the institution of prison. I spent 13 years in the correctional system, a year in the county and 12 upstate. So I want to say that, you know, I recognize that it was my substance abuse along with other issues that stem from that, you know, that led me down that road and that path, you know, and I understand that it is a very difficult, you know, road to recover from. You know, in fact, I couldn't do it by myself. I needed help. You know, I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful, you know, to my parents, you know, who are no longer with me. But I'm grateful to them because they introduced me to God when I was very young, you know. And, you know, at one point they made me go to church. You know, they made me go to church. And until I was old enough to walk in the front door of the church and then go out the back door, I was attending church. And, you know, so I heard about God and everything like that. But to my knowledge, he never held a really significant part of my life. You know, and that is why I'm grateful to God today, because of his grace and mercy. When I was too foolish, you know, or too unconcerned about him, he cared about me. He answered the prayers. I had a praying mother and a praying grandmother, and you know, and their prayers covered me, I believe. You know, today I'm a Christian, and I believe that, you know, their prayers covered me. It was because of him that I'm still here today. You know, they say that God watches out for fools and babies. Well, at one point I was a baby, and then at another point I was a fool. And in both points, he covered me. You know, so when I was in this dark place and looking for a way out, I tried everything. I tried everything to get out of it myself. And I couldn't. I could not break the cycle. I didn't even know how to live and survive without stealing and using drugs. That was my life. I had done it for 37 years, you know, and it reminds me of a Bible story about a man by the pool of Bethesda, you know, who had been there for years trying to get well. And then God came and asked him, you know, Jesus passed through and he asked him, he says, do you want to get well? You know, and I had reached a point where everything I tried didn't work, and I was having these visions of being murdered in the street or spending the rest of my life in prison. And it was a reoccurring vision. And you know, as bad as I wanted to stop and wanted to quit, I couldn't. I found myself crying when I was getting high. I'm getting high and I'm crying and I'm saying I don't want to do this anymore, but I can't stop, you know. And I began to plead with God, you know, while I'm caught up in the grips of my addiction. You know, there were moments of clarity where I'm saying, God, help me. I can't do this on my own. Please, please. And this went on for a while. You know, I mean, literally I'm begging because I don't want that to be my end. I felt as though I was raised better than I was cut from a better cloth. I deserve more out of life, you know, and I didn't really understand and know about God like that. But if there was anyone who could help me, it had to be him, because I needed something supernatural. I needed something really, really strong to get me out of the grips that I was in. And one day, he answered my prayers, you know. And at the time, let me tell you how awesome he is. At the time that he's working and doing things, I didn't even know that it was him. It wasn't until after I came out that he blessed me with the hindsight to see how he was moving and putting people in my life and putting things in place. See, the whole time that I was asking and begging God to help me, you know, and I thought that he wasn't hearing me or he was ignoring me, he was putting things in place. He was making moves, because things don't happen in our timing, they happen in his timing. And his timing is always right. You know, they have that saying, like, he may not come when you call him, but he's always on time. And he put these people in my life, and when the ball started rolling, it was unbelievable. Person after person, break after break, you know, and it's not, see, I don't believe in coincidence anymore. You know, this was the lineup. This is how he put things in line. And it went from one place. Let me tell you, the first place that I went to when I went to get clean, right, was a place called Faith Mission. It was on the Van Wyck Expressway. And a fraternity brother of mine one day, I didn't even know anything about it, he says, "Hey Kevin, you ready to surrender?" And I said, yeah, I'm ready to surrender, because I was thinking that I'm gonna be able to get some money out of him, because he's you know, he do real estate and he always got money, you know, sometimes it doesn't come down. So I'm trying to talk him out some money. And he's like, hold on. He pulls out his phone, he starts this, and I'm like, yo, what's up, Dave? And when he finished, he goes, "I got a bed for you." I was like, "You got a bed for me?" He's like, "Yeah, I got a bed for you in the place. You say you ready to surrender." And I was like, "Hold on, let me go get my clothes from over here." And he says, no. Whatever you need, I'm going to buy it for you. I'm going to pay. Wow. I just want you to come with me right now to this bed. I'm going to pull some strings and I'm going to get you right in. And I was like, you know what? And something just came over me. You know, that going to get my bag was my way out. He knew I wouldn't come back, you know. But thank God that the feeling just came over me like, give up. And I pulled out my pipe and I threw it on the ground and I went with him. And that was the beginning of my renewal. You know what I'm saying? That was the beginning of my surrender. And my surrender, it's like a long process. I don't even have time to tell you all the process. But I would like to tell you this, that it started at Faith Mission. Then I went to a place called Anchor House, which is a faith-based program. And that gave me the opportunity to not worry about providing for food, not worry about providing clothing. I didn't have to do anything there other than focus on my recovery and focus on God. I allowed a lot of opportunity to talk to God and to pray, and you know, and I was under some people who were, you know, good people, God-fearing people, and who, you know, provided me with opportunities to learn and grow in the Lord. And that was the beginning of my renewal. You know, at that point I accepted God completely, and I was just like, you know, Lord, use me. And I began to immerse myself in prayer. You know, I needed a place like that to go. You know, everybody, some people, they wake up in the morning and say, listen, I don't want to do this no more, and they don't do it anymore. That's not my story. My story is I needed help. And I thank God that thank God that He led me to a place where I could get the help that I need. Yes. I hope that anyone who hears this, you know, I hope that you get the help that you need. I hope that you are blessed with the gift of desperation. I pray that God come into your life and lead you, and that you allow Him to lead you to a place where you can get the help that you need, where you can get the right people around you to support you in your recovery. And the last thing I want to say is I couldn't have done this without God. So I thank God, and I wish you all well, the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, my beloved brother. Thank you, my beloved brother, Kevin Bantam, Minister Kevin Bantam. But we do want to thank God for that. All right, and as we go, just close right out, we just want to say this, okay? They may see me struggle. Repeat with me. They may see me struggle.
They may see me struggle.
But they will never see me give up.
But they will never see me give up. I like that.
Be encouraged. Be encouraged. And God bless you.